Men, protecting your prostate is easier than you think. Doctors warn, stop doing these four things immediately. The last one, 99% of men do it every day, and it's slowly ruining their health. Did you know that the prostate, a small and often overlooked gland in the male body, is actually one of the most sensitive lines of defense in a man's health? When you're young, the prostate works quietly in the background, but as you age, every painful bathroom trip, every restless night tossing and turning might just be your prostate trying to sound the alarm. Take 65-year-old Mr. Johnson from Ohio, for example. He's been retired for 5 years and always prided himself on being in good shape. I walk 10,000 steps a day, he'd often brag. Most days, you'd find him relaxing at home, watching TV, playing cards, enjoying the quiet life. When he started experiencing frequent urination and urgency, he just laughed it off. But things got worse. About 6 months ago, he began getting up several times a night to use the bathroom. His urine stream became weak and slow. Eventually, it got so bad he had to squat over the toilet for half an hour just to urinate, his face turning red with strain and still barely a trickle. His family finally convinced him to see a doctor. The diagnosis? Severe prostate enlargement, along with urinary retention issues. Surgery was necessary. Although Mr. Johnson has since recovered, he regrets not taking action earlier. If I'd known, I never would have sat around all day, he said, and holding it in when I needed to go. I did this to myself. Unfortunately, his story isn't rare. Many older men, held back by outdated notions or embarrassment, ignore early signs of prostate trouble. They wait too long, believing symptoms like frequent urination or slow flow are just part of getting old. But prostate issues don't go away on their own. In fact, they get worse with time. Waiting only closes the window for early, effective treatment. Your health doesn't rely on how long you can tough it out. It depends on how early you notice a problem and how quickly you act on it. Let's take a closer look at the everyday habits that may be quietly damaging your prostate. Aging and the uncooperative prostate. What's really going on? Have you noticed that as you get older, nighttime bathroom visits become more frequent? Urination just isn't as smooth as it used to be? This isn't simply aging. It could be a sign of benign prostatic hyperplasia, BPH, or prostate enlargement. The prostate is a walnut-sized gland located just below the bladder, wrapping around the urethra. It plays a vital role in both urination and reproductive health. As men age, this gland tends to enlarge, a condition doctors call benign prostatic hyperplasia. Dr. David Chun, a urologist at Chicago Medical Center, says that over 50% of men over 60 experience some level of prostate enlargement. By age 80, that number jumps to over 80%. Why? Because as testosterone declines with age, estrogen levels relatively rise. This hormonal imbalance disrupts the body's internal balance, stimulating abnormal growth in prostate tissue. Other contributing factors include smoking, obesity, heavy alcohol use, genetics, and even where you live. Early symptoms often go ignored. Frequent urination, urgency, nighttime trips to the bathroom, a feeling that you can't completely empty your bladder. If left untreated, symptoms worsen. Weak or slow urine stream, dribbling, needing to strain to urinate. Eventually, you could face severe complications, urinary retention, bladder damage, kidney swelling, hydronephrosis, even kidney failure. And there's another risk. Prostate enlargement may mask early signs of prostatitis or even prostate cancer, making them harder to detect in time. If you're over 50, don't rely on how you feel. If your urination patterns change, see your doctor. Early detection can protect your health and your dignity. Don't underestimate these 4 everyday habits. They're wrecking your prostate. You might think prostate problems only come with age, but many times it's daily habits that slowly erode prostate health. Let's look at the 4 biggest offenders. The last one. Almost every man does it every single day. 1. Sitting too long. Do you spend most of your day sitting? Office chair, recliner, car seat, then the TV or tablet in the evening. Meet 32-year-old Mark from New Jersey, a typical office worker. He sits at his desk from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. most days, eating both lunch and dinner at his workstation. At first, he just felt some mild discomfort in his lower abdomen. But 6 months later, urination became painful. Doctors diagnosed him with chronic prostatitis, along with early signs of prostate enlargement. The prostate sits just below the bladder, and long periods of sitting put direct pressure on it. That slows blood flow, causes congestion, and leads to inflammation. Over time, this leads to symptoms like weak urine stream, frequent urination, a heavy sensation in the lower abdomen, higher risk of infection, enlargement, or even cancer. How to fix it? Stand up and stretch every 40 minutes. Walk around for 5 to 10 minutes. Get at least 150 minutes of moderate exercise each week, like brisk walking, swimming, or cycling. If you ride a bike, take breaks to avoid continuous pressure on the groin area. Even small changes in your routine can give your prostate the relief it needs. 2. Holding it in. We've all done it, ignoring the urge to go because of meetings, traffic, or just being busy. But holding urine too long is one of the worst things you can do for your prostate. Mr. Anderson, a 68-year-old retired cab driver from Florida, drove for 20 years without regular breaks. He'd go 4 to 5 hours without using the bathroom on busy days. One day, he stepped out of the cab and couldn't urinate at all, accompanied by excruciating pain. A trip to the ER confirmed it. Years of holding it in had damaged his bladder and prostate. When the bladder overfills, it presses against the prostate and increases the risk of infection. Bacteria from stagnant urine can travel backward and inflame the prostate, leading to prostatitis and lasting urinary issues. How to fix it? Go to the bathroom as soon as you feel the need. When you're out, always note where restrooms are. If necessary, set reminders every 2 hours. Don't let minor delays turn into major regrets. 3. Alcohol and heavy foods. Many men feel pressured to drink at social events, thinking it's the manly thing to do. But heavy drinking and rich food can spell disaster for your prostate. John, a 55-year-old executive from California, often attends back-to-back client dinners. Over the years, he developed slow urination and night waking. A hospital visit revealed a significantly enlarged prostate. Doctors say alcohol is toxic to the prostate. It dilates blood vessels, causes inflammation, and may even accelerate tumor growth. Short-term, frequent urination and burning sensation. Long-term, diminished prostate function and higher cancer risk. How to fix it? Limit drinking to no more than twice a week. Stick to light alcohol and dilute with plenty of water. Skip heavy, greasy foods. If you can avoid alcohol, even better. 4. Irregular or extreme sexual habits. Too much in youth, too little in older age, both hurt your prostate. Take Mr. Williams, age 68. After retiring, he believed celibacy was the key to longevity. He gave up sexual activity altogether. 2 years later, he began experiencing urinary discomfort. Tests showed that stagnant prostate fluid had caused chronic inflammation. Excessive sexual activity can lead to congestion and inflammation. Too little can cause fluid buildup, bacterial growth, and infections. How to fix it? Adjust frequency according to your age and health. Maintain a regular, moderate routine. Always practice good hygiene to avoid infections. Remember, balance is everything. Too much or too little, your prostate pays the price. In conclusion, prostate health is not just a matter of age, it's a matter of awareness. You don't have to wait until symptoms appear. With the right habits, regular checkups, and a proactive mindset, you can protect your health, your independence, and your dignity. Because a man's strength isn't measured by how long he can endure discomfort. It's shown by how wisely he takes care of himself.